You must survive in order to expose this nightmare. But even if you can, there's something you can't reveal. And
The truth about your friend.
Yeah, considering that, for all intents and purposes, Billy is still a fugitive. And to even reveal that he's still alive, well, let's just say the people looking for him are going to be obviously they're going to hunt him down.
And on top of that, Rebecca would also be probably put under some fair charges, to say the least.
Yeah, obstruction of justice even. Not mentioned...
And lying to a superior officer.
But then again, after Enrico ends up dead, that's not going to matter much, will it?
Nah.
Although, speaking of Rebecca, there's one thing I want to bring up before we bring the run to a close. Her likeness in this game. It is actually based on the actual Japanese spokeswoman who actually was always there to help advertise Resident Evil Zero. Guess who that spokeswoman was?
Who?
Ayumi Hamasaki. That name ring a bell?
Somewhat.
Obviously a spokeswoman, also an accomplished actress and singer. I know her all too well, actually. For one specific reason.
Oh?
She was the vocalist for Thousand Arms.
Ah!
Yes.
That game that you also want to do an LP of, but because of YouTube being, well, big YouTube, you can't.
So that's why she looks a lot more, say, Japanese compared to Resident Evil 1, or at least, especially with the remake. Well, there's your answer.
And oddly, she looks a lot more boyish. Well, facial-wise.
Oh, well. Well, then again, and don't get me started how she will look in the HD remaster of this game. I saw some screenshots and footage. Oh, well.
Is she gonna be kawaii desune?
With a gun.
Sugoi!
With a gun. Okay,
So
then.
she's definitely kawaii. Actually, right now, I am kawaii.
Well,
Translation,
nothing,
scared.
Well, there is nothing to fear. We're to the end. Oh, warning!
Well,
shut the door after you get to what the sign said.
Well, fear is the mind killer, so they said.
No, I thought stress is the killer. Anyway, incinerator. Wait, incinerator?
What? No, you can't be this dumb.
Well,
you can't be this dumb.
Well, then again, where's the last place you would find an elite hive, huh?
On a sun?
I'm talking about on Earth.
Yeah, incinerator room, where they could easily catch fire.
The thing is, if you were actively hunting down leeches, that's the last place you would look.
Yeah, because it's really stupid.
Exactly. No one would even think it.
Fuck, I can't tell if this is really dumb or really genius.
A little bit of both.
It's smart dumb.
Okay, we'll go with that. Book dumb, how about that?
I'll go with it.
Okay. Alright then, well, just past that door is the final boss. And I know there has not been a lot of build-up, but then again, we did kill everything else. And we solved all the mysteries here. So there's
that's a thing with this game.
All then again, it could be as if he was just leading us right to him.
I suppose so.
And
now it's time to finally face the man himself.
And his many, many friends.
Welcome, young one. So glad you have joined the party. You are the guests of honor. After all, it's your wake.
Who are you?
Well, he ate Marcus's son or his grandson.
Dr. Marcus?
He's Marcus
No,
himself.
You can't be. What's going on?
Well, I guess you could say there's a reason for it.
10 years ago, Spencer had me assassinated.
Marcus was a threat to Spencer, therefore he ordered him to be executed.
And terminated.
Especially by the two students he trusted.
Oh, time to die, Doctor.
I will take over your research.
You want to feel sorry for the guy, but considering all the evil he had done in this facility, it's hard to feel sorry for him.
For such pity for a man that deserves no pity.
However, something wondrous happened.
Well, obviously the leeches weren't going to see their father die, not on their watch.
It took the T-virus inside of my queen years to procreate my new life.
So thus, he became reborn, so to speak.
I live. Now I will have my revenge on Umbrella, and the world will burn in an inferno of hate.
You know what I hate? Villains who think they can do anything.
We'll see which one of us is gonna die.
Unfortunately, karma comes back to bite them in the ass. Always. Especially at this point. Because, let's just say the queen is righteously pissed.
I can't tell who, us or him.
No, he's pissed at us.
And so is she.
Yeah, long live the queen. So I think it's safe to say that Marcus was turned into the queen, or at least his DNA was ingested by many leeches, and the queen more or less became a copy of Marcus. But again, how else would they? How else would they follow his orders, so to speak? You know, or how follow her orders rather, if she looked like Marcus?
The only way they would is if the Queen Leech was still inside of him.
Pretty much, yes. So yeah, I guess you could say Marcus's memories and that of the Queen melded into one being. Thus we have what you see right here, the Queen Leech. And
God, she's
a cheap bitch.
She is one ugly motherfucker.
Tell me about it. Anyway. Okay, now we're getting healing.
Yeah, considering that she's deploying those combat tentacles pretty well.
Very much so. And let's put her down with a few more shots. And there.
The track for that was kind of
Oh well. Well, when we get to the actual final fights, the music is going to be much better. Alrighty then. Well, but then again, we're not out of the woods yet because we still got to get out of the facility.
And besides, there is always a second form.
Some games and as such have averted that, but those are a rare occurrence.
And usually when that happens, they usually have an extra long first and only form, so...
Anyway, so
this
yeah...
is not the case.
So yeah, more or less, I guess you say the Queen Leech and Marcus became one being.
I'll go alone.
Roger.
Which actually would make his hatred for Umbrella and his desire for... their desire for revenge, rather, doubled. Marcus wanted.
And again, it's hard to tell who is still really in control, him or the leech.
I would say at this point, the leech. Anyway, because there's Marcus's hatred for Umbrella, and the Queen Leech's hatred for them killing Marcus in the first place.
And just them.
What?
And just them being created to almost hate life anyway, so...
Well, that's my theory on the matter. That's my theory. I'm just gonna stick to it for the time being. Anywho, ooh, we got some emergency supplies. Thank God. I was actually very low on shotgun shells, and I still got some grenades too. Seriously, 7 shotgun shells to spare and 7 in the gun.
Oof.
Well, then again, this is where all that ammo conservation pays off, actually.
What?
So yeah, this is the final save point.
For the final countdown.
So yeah, there's 2 first aid sprays, a green and a red herb, shotgun shells, and grenades.
Just what every boy needs.
No, what everybody really needs is magnum bullets. Everyone knows that.
I thought they wanted a bazooka gun.
Why bother having a bazooka when you can have a gun that can kill most enemies in 1 shot?
True. I guess you can apply the Harry Callahan logic there.
Oh, that also less messy than a grenade.
True that.
You might be able to use it to escape.
I will activate the thing that'll wake the boss up.
That, it'll get us out of the 9th basement floor, most likely all the way up to the top floor. Well, at least, let's be grateful for one thing. She did not say it's finally over.
Are you here, Minato boy? Oh, Zord, go away!
Okay.
We killed you!
Ah!
Wait, you're not Zord.
I think it's safe to say the queen has gone feral.
Activated. All personnel
I think after getting shot with a few, you know, rounds or so, I would probably be pretty pissed too.
Can't this thing move any faster?
Sorry, no luck. Damn it!
Move faster, Pokey!
Not fast enough, I'm afraid.
Damn it!
And so, in no time flat, the queen catches up.
But she looks so happy, so happy!
Shit!
He means it like I was stuffing you. Well, you wanted to go. Jesus Christ, that thing has more teeth than the Osmond family.
That's saying something. That mention it also has 1 mean cackle.
Oh, so it's just like G was.
I guess you say. Case in point.
Ah, good timing. And he could shoot out acid.
Yeah, kinda. Ah, jeez!
Lovely.
You just said flying! Phew. Well, that's the first part of this final fight over. Well, here's the good news. We don't kill her with a rocket launcher this time.
Wait.
Yes, sunlight. That's actually something that Marcus apparently did not plan for.
Can't handle sunlight. We need to open the windows.
So I would say obviously Marcus didn't plan for this.
Follow me.
And he wanted the leeches to be the next evolution of man.
Or something like that. But then again, you could say that perhaps with more time he could have made them resistant to sunlight. You don't know for sure.
I'll use my charm to
Wait,
distract her.
your charm?
Even so, how do you not compensate for the big giant glowing orb in the sky that shows up for at least 12 plus hours a day, depending on what fucking hemisphere that you're in?
Then again, how can we know? The only one who would know is him, and he's dead.
I suppose, but even then.
Oh well, doesn't matter. What matters is that we got this big ugly motherfucker in our way. We gotta get out of here. The only problem is we gotta open the roof.
Go.
Yeah, we gotta practically raise the roof.
Is this where we're going to start yelling, blow the roof?
No.
Damn it.
And more or less, every time you shoot, it tends to have super armor. Therefore, you gotta time your shots.
So, in short, you gotta know about time hits?
I guess you can say that. Oh yeah, and,
Oh shit.
and of course, you had to more or less distract the queen while Rebecca goes for the valves. That's what Billy's role is in this fight.
It almost sounded like Billy saying, fuck!
Come may as well.
Understandable, though.
You may as well have thought that at this point. Alright. Oh, like I said, remember, this tune is actually much better than the previous one.
Yeah, it's a bit better than duh.
Yeah. Okay, we're 2 down, 2 to go.
Was it trying to steal a Tetsuo theme from Akira or something?
I don't know.
I'll roll with it.
Anyway, that's all we gotta do. Oh, phew, didn't trip me up.
It was trying rapid spin. It's not doing a very good job.
Nah, it's too bulky for a rapid spin. All I can hope for is one big nasty tail whip. 1 more to go. No, the way we're gonna kill this thing is not with a rocket launcher. For once.
Really?
Really? Rebecca, over here. I'll cover you.
Cover who? Cover me? Just cover everybody. Who's going to cover me for a change?
Cover yourself. Seriously, don't need to be exposed.
Come on, Becky, hurry your ass off.
It takes roughly 20 to 30 seconds for each valve. Oh boy, we're hurting. But fortunately, it's over. Whew, let there be light. And it was good. But unfortunately for the queen, it's anything but that. It's bad, 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 bad.
It burns! It burns! Ah, fuck, why did I think of this?
Lack of hindsight, how about that?
Marcus, you fucking idiot!
Oh well, you'll plenty regret that in the afterlife in a few seconds.
Billy!
Instead, let's go for the Not Resident Evil 3 with Magnum Power. And thus, the final blow.
Hey, Queenie! Feast on this!
Take this, queen bitch of the universe! Rest in pieces, your highness!
Rebecca, hurry!
Boom!
God damn!
Well, that takes
Damn!
well, that takes care of the cremation.
No kidding. Then again, that took care of all the evidence, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, what matters is that we survived. And he managed to finally get rid of those cuffs. Woo!
Well,
Hey, that must be the old mansion that Enrico was talking about.
the Hell House. She has to go there to reunite with her team, but at the same time, she has to say goodbye to her trusted partner and friend. In a way, she's saving his life.
I guess it's time to say goodbye.
Actually, that is exactly what she's doing.
all too well.
Officially, Lieutenant Billy Cohen is dead.
Yeah, I'm just a zombie now.
And the fact is, she can't tell anyone of what happened here. Which actually justifies why we don't hear anything about what happened in Zero in the next game. Because she has to keep it secret for his sake, otherwise he will be hunted down. So more or less her keeping silent is a way of protecting him.
Yep.
And thus she goes off. And not even turning back.
Thank you, Rebecca.
And thus ends Resident Evil 0.
Huh. Original game design by Hideki Kamiya.
Oh, imagine that. So, yeah, that actually does justify why the game, you might consider it eventually being retconned, but no. She was keeping quiet for Billy's sake.
And sadly, we have not... Honestly, I was actually kind of surprised if they were doing like a Revelations 2 that they didn't use these two.
Well, there's always hope for in the future. If Barry came back, she might come back too. But just the fact that she has to keep that secret within her for the rest of her life, practically.
But then again, considering how everything else got covered up in the series, I think that one will be a secret that'll be rather easy to keep.
Exactly, especially since in the N64 version of Resident Evil 2, you find an EX file where Rebecca writes a report to the Marines saying that Billy had died in the forest around the time of the mansion incident.
Yeah, because of course, when that game was made, the N64 version, that was the time they were working on Zero for the N64. So it actually makes sense.
So yeah, she was able to do one last favor for her partner.
Again, I gotta commend Capcom on trying to shove all that into a N64 cartridge.
Seriously, 2 discs work. I'm definitely impressed. But anyway.
Then again, I'm actually impressed at the fact that they shoved so much into Revelations 1 and Mercenaries 3D on the 3DS. I was very much impressed. Then again, Xenoblade Chronicles can't kick that to the curb. Jesus, that game's fucking huge. Anyway.
So yeah, a lot of the things that we just saw actually do make a lot of sense in the context.
Well, let's see. The next run, apparently, according to Adams.
Well, the next run in line is, well, we saw the events that happened before and after the mansion incident in 1998, but we don't know what really happened behind the scenes. Because you know how it is with these kinds of plots. There's always got to be a chess master in the shadows. And that chess master is none other than Albert Wesker.
Ah, it's finally time for my time to shine.
Yes, it is, because next game in line will be Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles, which is actually a first, considering that it is the first game where Wesker is technically the protagonist.
Because he's the one that's driving the plot, as it were.
Yeah, he's driven the plot up to this point. He's the man who knows everything.
Talents.
Yeah, obviously, they're credited, but we don't know who voiced whom, except for Wesker, obviously. But anyway. So yeah, in Umbrella Chronicles, we're going to see retellings of 0, 1, and 3, much more condensed. And also detail events that occur during those times that we wouldn't have known beforehand.
Special thanks to Ben Judd.
Yeah. For instance, how did Wesker actually survive in the mansion incident? How did Ada survive getting out of Raccoon City? Because as he's revealed, she did live, according to a block file in Resident Evil 3. And of course, how did Hunk manage to get out of Raccoon City as well with the G-Virus sample? Those questions and more are answered in Umbrella Chronicles.
You have now gained access to the Red Queen database. What do you wish to access?
Well, those retellings, as well as the true cause of Umbrella's downfall. So yeah, the corporation finally does meet its end. Like I said before, it would take a few years. But that will be revealed and more when we get to Umbrella Chronicles.
In due time. In due time.
As for this game, I'd say it was definitely miles better in terms of enjoying it than Code Veronica was. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that game looked physically painful to play.
As for this one,
game looks... tolerable.
It's tolerable.
but-
It's not that good, but it's better than Code Veronica by miles. Anyway, my ranking, by the way, is a B rank. So again, I wasn't even caring about ranking. 5 hours, 4 minutes, 36 seconds. Time is the only factor in terms of ranking.
You were just under 5.
Doesn't matter. I don't care.
I suppose. Anyway,
Anyway,
we shall see you.
Yep, we unlocked Leech Hunter. We've locked the Closet Key. And if you get an A rank on normal or hard, you get the submachine gun. And an S rank on those difficulties, you get the rocket launcher.
And in any case, we shall see you next time for Resident Evil, The Umbrella Chronicles.
Until next time, Del Svidania.